Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the month of April 2017. This month we're going to be doing things a little bit differently with the reading. I'm going to be focusing more on some main energies for you this month. And also make sure to check out astrojar.com this month for more awesome readers and astrologers. Having said that, you start off with the 8 of Diamonds this month. Very good card for money, but it makes a lot of sense coming up this month as well. This is the card of being financially responsible, so it's a card of doing taxes and all these things. It's tax season, so you could be focusing on a lot of that. But it's also a great card for saving money, and it's also a great card for that says that you could be making more money, and that could be the reason that you're saving money, which is a little bit different than just saving money. Because you could always just be saving money. But this is, kind of like a cause and effect thing where the reason that you are saving money is because you're actually making more money, so you're being more financially responsible. Again, this is the card of the entrepreneur. And so it can also be a card of you taking all the money you're earning and just reinvesting it back into a business or something along those lines. This is a great card for social media, and it's also a great card for people noticing you at this time. A couple other signs had this message of being noticed this month for sure. But it is a card of being able to attract more people into your life, and actually people paying attention to you as well. This is a little bit different than what the other signs had, though, I will say, because this card represents people like you surprising people taking notice of you because it's like you said you were going to do something and you did it. But not only that, you executed to a high degree of accuracy. So it's like people are paying attention to you because you did like a really, really good job at something like at work or in your business or even in a relationship. Again, it's a Diamonds card, but it can still have to do with love. It can still have to do with your relationships. And it can say that you made these great, some sort of great achievement in your relationship by doing something that, like you said you would do, or by overcoming some sort of obstacle as well. So that's pretty positive for sure. I would say the difficulty with this card, because there's kind of like a difficult side, is being too controlling and needing to control things too tightly. I would say for you it could be outcomes of business. So be careful of like how you get to a place. Like don't be too attached to that. Like you might have a goal to grow your business, or you might have a goal to get more customers, or whatever that case may be. But this card says be careful of being too attached to how you get there. Like you might be like, oh, I want to get here by marketing in this way, but really there could be something that's like, and then it's not working, right? Because you're too attached to the outcome. But there might be something else that's like cheaper and easier and way better. So again, be open to other solutions. Sometimes with 8s, I say that people are too focused on one thing. They're not looking at these other opportunities that exist that could be not only easier, but like way better, like way cheaper and things like that. Again, same thing goes with love. Again, you could be focused on a certain outcome in your love, but maybe there's just something easier that you need to look at in a different way. This is also a card of taking on much larger responsibilities. Again, you are ruled by Saturn, so your life is taking on responsibilities as a Capricorn. So definitely very interesting. Again, you could be looking at responsibilities, but again, this is a card of ease. It's a card of things getting easier. So I think maybe these responsibilities for a lot of you could be getting a lot easier for you to handle, which would be great. Next, you have the 2 of Hearts. 2 of Hearts is a great card of love, by the way. A lot of you could be meeting somebody this month. I actually don't think that there will be love for you if you're single this month necessarily. Maybe for some of you, but I think it'd be more the beginnings of love. So again, don't be too disappointed by me saying that, because again, I think that it could be more of a like the beginnings of something. Maybe the relationship doesn't start this month, but maybe it's like you meet somebody and you kind of like are talking to them, and and things like that, and you're just kind of taking your time. But this is you finding somebody who is really kind and gentle for you as well, and who really kind of gets you, and who is somebody who is very go with the flow. 2 of Hearts represents a perfect relationship. More like a relationship that's more like kind of has like a nice flow to it, that's very easy, and also doesn't cause a lot of any like stress. There's like no drama or anything like that. So I really like this card a lot for relationships. If you are in a relationship, again, this is a good card for flow. It says that there could be a lot of like flow in the way things are going for you. Definitely there is an element of, again, it came up for one other sign. I can't remember who it was, but there is an element of being too attached to outcomes. 8 of Diamonds, 2 of Hearts, we can like idealize things. We can create these things in our heads, like where we can make things out to be better than they are. So just make sure that you have realistic expectations when it comes to things going on around you. Really no expectations at all. Because when we have expectations, we disappoint ourselves all the time. So it's easier to just have no expectations and to, again, more kind of go with the flow. There's definitely that energy this month, especially with this card, of like needing to just kind of allow things to kind of happen, and just not be too attached to how things happen, but just being allowed, kind of like allowing them to happen in a lot of ways. This card also, under some card reading systems, I will say this card represents steady progress, like, just kind of making, like, plodding along, making steady progress on things that you're working towards. So I really like to see that for you as well. And it's also a card of telling people exactly what you want for success. It's a card of, not, kind of like dancing around an issue or something like that. Like, if you want something, tell the person you want it. If it's your boss or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever it is, your husband, doesn't matter. Be very straightforward with people this month, and you'll see a lot of success with this card. Next, we have the Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs is a very interesting card of authority. Again, I feel like I've delivered this message to you before, Capricorn, that I do think that a lot of Capricorns are dealing with becoming authorities, especially if you're in social media or on YouTube or anything like that, or you're writing books or blogging or anything along those lines. A lot of you could be trying to build a community around yourself. A lot of you could be trying to become authorities in one way or another with this card. So a very good card for that. Also a very good card for the future, looking towards the future and making future plans towards things that you want in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. It is a card of needing to slow down a little bit and again plan these things out. Like there might be you might be here and you want to get all the way over here, but again your mind. This is a card of being very intelligent, having a very quick mind. But your mind could just be making this leap. Like it's like I'm here, I want to get here. But it's not focusing on like all these little in-between things, like the Jack of Diamonds. The Jack of Clubs is what I meant to say. The Jack of Clubs is really focused on all the little in-between stuff that he needs to do to get to his goal. But the Queen of Clubs is kind of like too much of a dreamer, too focused, like on the outside. So make sure that you also take the time to, yes, maybe you see the future and like, oh, I have a really good opportunity to do something, whatever that may be, reach some sort of goal. But I also do need to focus on all the little things that I need to do to get there. And to further that message, you have the Four of Hearts, which is a card of making a commitment, having a commitment towards something. The message I'm getting for you is that I feel like Capricorns maybe have a couple business ideas or have a couple ideas of even relationship ideas of people they'd like to date or whatever. Maybe even places you want to travel, all sorts of stuff. And this card says, hey, make a commitment to one thing and make it happen, and then move on to other things. This is a card of making a commitment, and again, it's a card that makes things easier because it says you could be too scattered, focusing on too many things. But again, if you pick one thing and say, okay, I'm just going to pick this one thing, I know to get to the end of that, whatever it is, I need to do all these little things. So then start doing all those little things. This is a card of small wins. It says, like, once you start doing those little things to get to your goal, and you start having these small wins, that's when you'll really start to feel really good. And you could even experience like a turnaround in your energy where you just feel a lot better at this time. This is also an amazing card for like negotiating. It's the card of being really good with dealing with people and the people in your life. So it does say that you're probably going to have a really good relationship, have a really good kind of way with relationships, I should say, and be really good at picking up on other people's feelings. It's kind of like the card of the empath, being very empathic, being able to pick up on other people's feelings, and then kind of being able to change your personality in a lot of ways to get what you want from those people. And again, it's not a manipulation thing, but it's just a card of being able to mirror people in a very effective way. Also, the card of working at home. So a lot of you could be working at home, or you could be traveling for business. It's a card of traveling for business. For those of you who are retired, also a great card for working from home. Again, just because you're retired doesn't mean you have to stop working. You can be working on your home, at your home, and things like that. So looks like a great month for you for sure. Also, great stuff for family as well. A couple other signs had these messages. Maybe you have a lot of hearts cards like you do here. These hearts cards are pretty strong. Great card. They're great cards for family and really kind of having a lot of support and help from family as well. So it looks like a great month, and enjoy your April.